Hello everybody, I'm Andy Hoig, your host, and welcome to Metro TV. Today we have 4 really awesome guests on the show. We'll be talking to some folks from the Blue Barn Theater, the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, Susan G. Komen, Great Plains, and of course we've got the Nebraska Humane Society with us today and Little Crystal, so stay tuned. Welcome back. I am here with an amazing woman and also a friend. I've known Susan Clement Tober for years. She is the producing artistic director at the Blue Barn Theater, and I just want to welcome you and thank you for being here.
Oh, it's awesome. Proud to be here.
So exciting. So many exciting things have happened over the last 30 years because the Blue Barn is celebrating 30 years this year.
It is.
So just tell us a little bit about how the heck did this all start?
How the heck we got to Omaha, Nebraska?
Yeah.
Sure. You know, I went to school at SUNY Purchase, State University of New York in Purchase, and we had an acting company there. And part of our training, not only how to act, but was to how to start our own acting company. And so, long story short, is Kevin Lawler, Nils Holland, Houston Walkinshaw, and Mary Teresa Green. 3 out of the 4 of them trained with me. We were all in the same acting company. And Kevin went to Creighton prior to his Purchase experience. After he graduated, he moved back here and got a free space at the old Bemis. He got a room. And then Houston and Nils came out. Mary Teresa was already here. She's an Omaha born and raised person. And then I came out about a year later. And we kind of just fled New York because we wanted to be able to do the type of work we wanted to do, and we got a free space, and so we all kind of followed suit and ended up here. And 30 years later, I mean, never in our wildest dreams did we ever think we would be here for this long, let alone build our own space. We built our own, space 3 years ago, so.
So, and when you say do the kind of work that you wanted to do, what does that mean?
It means, we choose our work, we choose our plays still from gut reaction, gut response to when we read a script. And it's contemporary work. It's, when we first started, we would have like 2 people in the audience, and we would still do it. I mean, for like the first, 8 years, and now we're selling out. But it was contemporary. I hate the word edgy because that's not really right, but
it's a little out of the box.
It is. It's off-Broadway professional theater.
Which is, to me, incredibly unique to Omaha. I mean, we have great theater companies and what the Omaha Community Playhouse does and these other, arts performing places, but it is, it's a little, again, edgy, maybe not the word, but I don't know, there's just something really awesomely unique about it.
You won't see it, and a lot of it is the way we produce. Our process is still over the last 30 years, whoever's been running the Blue Barn has been SUNY Purchase trained, so that artistic aesthetic has grounded us and made us get to where we are today. But yeah, the work, I think the process is really unique, and we are the only theater in town doing contemporary work that pays our actors and our artists, which is super important to us. Yeah.
And you moved in, how long have you been in your new space?
We're going into our 4th year.
Okay, I was going to say, if you say 3 or 4, but that was a big deal as well.
It was a huge deal. Capital campaign, and it really shows you that Omaha is an incredible arts town. The support here is phenomenal. I still have people coming in from New York and they're blown away. I'm like, yes, and we have running water even, It's like, we really do. And then they see the theater and they see the other arts going on in town and they're blown away.
Because where's the theater at now?
On 10th and Pacific.
10th and Pacific, okay, downtown, on that corner, yeah.
So we moved from downtown just to up the hill on 10th and Pacific. It's a great location.
It's a beautiful, and it's basically, it's standalone building.
It is.
Yeah, because before you were kind of tucked into...
We were in a brownstone before. Yeah. We started on 13th by the donut stop, and then we went downtown in a brownstone, and then have our own standalone theater. 96-seat house.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's crazy, wonderful.
So Tell me about the Blue Barn reunion on September 30th.
Oh
I'm
my
just
gosh.
looking at my talking points and I just saw that. So tell me
Yeah.
about
Oh, it's awesome.
the reunion on September 30th.
So we open our season September 27th with
Okay.
Circle Mirror Transformation, which is an amazing show. And on that Sunday of opening weekend, we're having a reunion. People are flying in from
Oh my gosh.
all the past 30 years, from all different years, and we're getting together and we're doing, it's called a retro read back. So
Okay.
we're choosing shows from the early days, and we're all getting up there and reading just snippets from different pieces throughout the 30 years. So, and we'll have a party, you know, libations and wonderful
Yeah.
food.
And we can buy tickets to this?
You bet, absolutely.
Okay.
They just went on sale today, in fact.
Okay.
And we only have it for one night, so we have 96 tickets, and I think we've already sold 6.
Okay.
And it just went on.
All
so
right.
It's
So
going
what's
to be
the-
amazing.
How can people get tickets?
They can go to Eventbrite.
Okay.
It's called the Retro Read Back under Blue Barn, or they can call us.
Yeah.
at
Or
the
if we go
office.
to your website, can we also
You
then
bet.
like link to
Yeah.
Eventbrite? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. And your website is?
Bluebarn.org.
Okay. And then lastly, I want to ask you about the Signature Artist Fund.
Oh, yeah. So about, oh goodness gracious, I think it's 7 years ago, we started to, when Shannon Woodlenta was managing director alongside me, we decided that it was time to make the leap in starting to pay our artists. We were a professionally produced but community theater at that time, and community is not a dirty word, right? It's
Right.
a great word.
Right.
But we decided that we were going to make the leap into starting to pay our artists. So we started at like $50 for a show, and now we have, in the last 7 years, we pay a living wage.
Yeah.
And we have an actual fund that we fundraise for every year, and it is the most response we have ever gotten for our fundraisers when we say it's for the artist, which is
Okay.
also, so we do it every year, and it's part of our mission and part of becoming a professional a house is to pay your artist a living wage.
Right.
You know, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. So before we end, so briefly, the season kicks off on the 27th
It does.
of September.
Yes.
You've got like 5 or 6 shows.
We have 5 shows.
5 shows, okay. All the information I know is on your website about
It
what
is.
they are, what they're
is.
about. People can buy season
Yeah,
tickets.
yeah. The last one, just briefly. So long story short, we're bringing in 4 artists from New York City, and those artists run a theater company called Strangeman and Company, and they won an Obie for a play called The Woodsman. And those, they're not kids; they're in their 20s. They were trained at SUNY Purchase at the same acting
Okay.
company that we were. So I decided for our 30th anniversary, it would be a really cool thing to bring them in, and so they'll come in and direct local professional actors in
Okay.
The Woodsman. So I'm pretty proud of that and excited.
Yeah.
It's the first time we've ever done that. So
All right. Well, congratulations on that. Congratulations on 30 years.
thank you.
I'm so blessed to know you personally as well.
Oh, I
So
feel the same way with you.
And you also, I just also want to say you have a profile in our annual giving guide, which also gives other ways to give back to the theater, to make donations, and just an overview of what you're all about.
Right.
But again, your
Thank you.
website is,
www.bluebarn.org.
okay.
Thank you.
All right, Susan, thank you.
Nice to see you.
You too. And we'll be right back. Well, hello everyone. I am here with Alicia Pelagi and Christian Dexter. Both of you are here, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. They've got a great walk coming up. And Christian, you are the Boy of the Year. So you're a survivor. So can you tell us just a little bit about what Boy of the Year means?
Well, it's kind of to celebrate that, like, you kids who are still on treatment and like just celebrating Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Yeah. So, Alicia, can you tell us a little bit more about that as well?
Sure. So Christian, you've been involved for a while with different campaigns. So this year he was Man and Woman of the Year, Man and Woman of the Year, Boy of the
Okay.
Year, And then he was one of the honored heroes for Light the Night, I think in 2012.
Okay.
So yeah, so I was excited he could come on and be a part of this and talk about Light the Night, which is a celebration, also a time to remember those who have lost the battle to a blood cancer. So yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit
Okay.
about the event. So when and where? So it's called
Yes.
Light the Night.
Yes.
It's coming up really
Yes.
soon. So when and where?
So it's Saturday, September 22nd at Stinson Park over at Exarban Village. Registration and the festival area will open at 5:30. So if you haven't registered yet, you can come register that night, turn in any money, and then we have a bunch of different neat areas, kids zone with beautiful prince and princesses from the Omaha Children's Museum, face painting clowns, bounce house. Vendors will be there that'll be passing out some swag. And then there's a opening ceremony at 7:30. And that's really powerful. So they've changed it a little bit. They have now, it's called Circle of Survivors. So they have an area right in front of the stage. And so during the ceremony, we invite all the survivors to come in, and then together we all lift our lanterns with the survivors. So it's really powerful. You see all ages in the Circle of Survivors. And then as we all raise our lantern, a beam of hope shoots up into the sky and pierces the dark with lightness. And then that starts the walk. And it's just 3 times around Stinson Park, so you don't have to train or anything like that.
And so, like, what is it? Is that about a mile then, or is
a little bit less than a mile.
Okay, so so it's not that far. So it's very doable.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We have people in wheelchairs there last year, strollers, all ages, so it's a great event. Everyone carries a lantern. There's 3 different colors: white if you're a survivor, a patient, so Christian will be carrying the white lantern.
Okay.
Red if you're a community supporter, and gold if you're walking in memory of someone you've lost.
Okay.
So.
And Christian, back to you for a minute. So when did this all happen? When did you find out that you had the disease and whatnot?
About 9 years ago.
Okay, and how old are you now?
11.
Okay, are you going to be 12 soon?
Yeah.
Okay. So 9 years ago, so that's a long time. So in your young life, you had to experience a lot of, that had to have been challenging. So,
It was.
but you look awesome. And I just, again, want to thank you for being here. I want to go back to a moment for the gala. It was in May, and Man and Woman of the Year, which is such a wonderful event. I know so many of my friends, both men and women, raise funds for that and bring awareness.
Yeah.
So again, you were honored this year. You were the
Boy of the Year.
Boy of the Year this year. So congratulations on that. And thanks for showing up and it's one thing to have something happen to you, but when you have it happen to you and then you take it to the next level and inspire others, that is huge. That's huge. So you are an inspiration. So thank you. So the funds are raised. So going back to the event, so it's the 22nd. People can still raise funds. They can go on the website. So are you asking your friends and family for donations, or how does that?
There is no cost to register, but of course we are trying to raise funds to help children like Christian. Just so you know, last year from funds raised, we were able to support copay and travel assistance, because we all know how expensive copays can be, to about 263 families in Nebraska and counties of Iowa. About $517,000 went to help them start treatment and get them here to start treatment. So,
really important. So website where people can go.
Yes, is lightthenight.org/Nebraska. And if you we have different fundraising incentives too, as a thank you. Like if you raise $100, you get the T-shirt for this year. And then there's other incentives after that, just to thank you for raising money and helping find a cure.
And you also have a Facebook page, 'cause I think
Yes.
that's a great way to follow what you're doing and get information. So the Facebook page is,
It's just the Leukemia Lymphoma Society Nebraska chapter.
okay, and then they've got,
So,
I actually was popped on there today, so they've got information about the event as well. So again, I just want to thank you both. Thank you, Christian. Thank you,
Thank
Alicia, for
you.
coming on the show. I'm planning to be there that
great.
night and walk with everyone. I'm looking forward to it. So
Thank you for having us.
yeah,
We
you're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. And we'll be right back. Well, welcome back. I'm here with two amazing ladies from the Susan G. Komen Great Plains. Dawn Gonzalez, good friend, I'd like to call you as well, but the board president and breast cancer survivor, and also Melissa Barron, mission and communications director at the organization. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
So we're here to talk a little bit about the organization, but also this is the 25th annual Nebraska Race for the Cure. That's huge. I believe this is like one of the longest running races. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes.
So it's been around for a long time. I've done it many, many times. Oh my gosh, thousands, tens of thousands of people come out to this race. So it's amazing. So we'll talk about getting tickets and registering and all that. But Dawn, tell us a little bit about the 25th annual Race for the Cure.
Sure. 25th Annual Race for the Cure is October 7th at Baxter Arena. If viewers have not yet registered for the race, they can do so. Doors open at 6 a.m. to do registrations. The doors to the arena open at 7 a.m. and then the walk starts at 9 a.m. this year. And we've changed things up a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. Talk about that.
Sure. We're no longer doing a timed run. It's a 1 mile and a 3 mile course, so they can take their pick, but it's more of a fun walk. And we encourage runners and walkers alike to still come out and join us. But for the 25th year, we've decided to change things up a bit from the past.
Yeah, because I mean, again, I've done it the last few years, and I think kind of going back to that just celebration where you're walking, or you can, yeah, like you said, you can run for sure.
Sure.
But it's not a timed race, so there's not that overly competitive piece to it. It's just showing up and celebrating women.
That's right.
And men as well. So Baxter Arena, October 7th, that's a Sunday, and 6 a.m. So where can people register?
They can register online currently,
Okay.
but they can also register day of the walk
Okay, so-
at Baxter,
yeah.
starting at 6 a.m. The walk starts at 9.
Okay. And then share a little bit of your story behind what brings you here on the couch
We're on the couch.
wearing pink.
21 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I have been working with Komen for 12, 14 years, starting with the race committee, and started serving on the board a year after I was diagnosed. And now it's very personal. I've got 2 daughters, and I don't want to see them get breast cancer. And for me, what's so important about the walk is the research dollars that are being raised. There are great advances being made in breast cancer care and treatment, and it's really about, for me, the research dollars.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and thank you for taking something so personal and then doing good and inspiring others. You know, that's big. Not everybody can do that. Or
It's a
wants to-
passion. It's a
Yeah,
passion
it's
point.
definitely a passion. So, Melissa, this is a top fundraiser for Komen Great Plains, and how do these funds how do they come back to the local community? Do they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that
Yeah.
the money raised stays local, and they help everyone. We help people with breast health questions or breast health presentations, and then we also help those women who need a little extra help. So those women who are uninsured or underinsured and just need to get access to a breast health screening, or who need treatment support if they are diagnosed. And then as Dawn mentioned, a portion of those funds also help national research. But
Yeah.
most of the money stays local.
And is there anything new this year at Race for the Cure?
Yeah, I think Dawn mentioned, so we have 1 mile and 3 mile courses.
Okay.
And the courses are new this year. They'll start at Baxter Arena and will actually end at Baxter Arena. And then we'll have some new things inside the arena for participants this year. And so we just encourage everyone to join us. It's a family-friendly event, and love to have everyone come out and celebrate with us.
And also, I think the thing I love too is, I mean, there's so much going on that morning. I mean, you come and there's vendors, there's people to talk to, there's a lot of different folks passing out things that are the sponsors and whatnot. So there's so much great interaction and engagement. So you're not just like showing up to do the walk, but there's ways to get engaged and learn a lot of educational things as well before the race starts. So
I think it's important to note too that this year, with it being our 25th anniversary, we are celebrating Kate Summer.
Yes,
who was
yes.
the founder really for the Omaha race. She was 30 years old when she was diagnosed, and in 1994 she was the one who brought Race for the Cure to Omaha, Nebraska. And this 25th anniversary year, we're celebrating her, the legacy that she has given to the state and Great Plains in general.
Yeah.
And her family will be there to celebrate with us.
Yeah, and again, yes, God bless Kate. What a wonderful woman.
She died in 2015
Yes.
from breast cancer.
Yeah.
So, and for those of us who knew her well, this is a giant celebration.
Yeah, and the thing I love too about this event, I know in the morning you get all the survivors together, or you try to get as many who are there, and you have this beautiful photo of everyone in pink, and wear pink tutus, wear pink wigs, wear pink, what pink goes no matter how you want to.
Pink is the color of the day, right?
To dress up and represent that. So again, tell us the website to register.
ColemanGreatPlains.org.
Okay, just want to make sure that we say that many, many times.
Yeah.
And I also want to mention, you guys have a great profile in our annual giving guide, so people can go there as well to look at other things that are happening and ways to give back.
Absolutely.
This is like a really big day, but there's also a lot of other things that you can do year-round to help support the organization. So,
Yeah.
All right, Dawn, Melissa, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thanks,
And we'll
Annie.
be right back. Welcome back. I am here with two amazing ladies. I have Pam Weiss with the Nebraska Humane Society, and we have Crystal. So welcome, Crystal and Pam.
Well, thank you so much. What a great intro. Usually the dog gets all of the, fanfare,
Yeah.
which they should.
Yes.
I'm all fine with that. That's why I bring them.
Yeah. So we're here to talk today. We've got one of the Metro's biggest pet-friendly events coming up, Walk for the Animals, the Durham Walk for the Animals. Absolutely love this event. Have been to it many, many times. But talk to us about, it's Sunday, September 30th, but what can people expect when they come to this event? Because it's pretty freaking amazing.
Well, it's a fundraiser. It always has been.
Yes.
Walks have always been fundraisers. So there is a way for people to register and to help us raise money if they would like to. And if people register for $35, they get the official walk t-shirt, which I am wearing today.
I love it.
You have one of the prize levels,
I
which
have
is
the
the hat. So that is, as you raise money, we get you more swag, which is really cool. But then when you come to the event, it all kind of culminates on that day, and it's on our meadow, and it is a ton of fun. We have Vendor Village, where we have sponsors and people that have giveaways for people. It's pet-friendly groups. It's people that have raised money for us and have spent money to be there, so helping out the animals. So you'll see General Doctor and Centris and Dino Storage and all those people that are there with fun giveaways for you, and also information about the things that they do.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. You will see a ton of dogs and people, because
Yes.
the people are there with their dogs, a lot of them. You don't have to have a dog to come, but if you want to bring your dog, it is certainly pet friendly.
Yes.
There is a silent auction. There is a beer garden and barbecue. There is, of course, the walk that you go out, walk the Keystone Trail, then come back and enjoy all of the festivities on
Right.
the meadow. We've got a kids zone, so kids can get their face painted, learn a little bit about animal control, climb a rock wall, sit on a horse saddle, do some humane education stuff. So there are things for children as well. And obviously there are things for dogs.
Yep.
A lot of the booths are set up so that you can get a selfie with your dog, or everybody sticks their face through, you know, one of the picture things where the faces are cut out and you get your face, or there's paw painting, or there are things that you can do with your dog. We're also going to have training demonstrations, some availability to ask questions, and also to put your dog through some paces. So it's really a great day. It's a Sunday, and it starts at 11, ends at 2, so it's a pretty quick.
It's not too early in the morning, but it's just that nice sweet spot during the day to stop on by.
I love that, the sweet spot during the day. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that in the marketing, Andy.
Okay.
But it's a great morning. It's not too hot. It's not usually too chilly. And it's the perfect time of the day.
Yeah. And you also have a lot of other rescue groups out there as well.
Absolutely.
So you can visit them and find out about other organizations as well. So it's fun to interact with those folks. Again, there's the walk, but there's also a 5K that you just added like 1 or 2 years ago, I think. You added the 5K piece, which I've done. So that's, you know, for us hardcore 5Kers.
You're a better woman than I am.
You know.
But it's a lot of fun, and we've got that set up. It starts right as the day opens up. So the 5K is right at 11 o'clock, and then the walk starts about a little after 12. So the 5K goes off, people come back, we hand you a beer ticket at the end of it, so you can come have a little refreshment, enjoy the meadow as well. So if you're running or you're walking, that both gets you onto the meadow for all of the festivities and the fun.
So how can people register?
nehumanesociety.org, that's our website, /walk. If you go there, you'll find out all sorts of information. You can register to help us raise money. You can just register for a t-shirt, or if you can't do either one of those things and you want to come that day, it's $10 at the gate.
Okay.
So there are many ways to come and enjoy it.
And then as we wrap up, Crystal is up for adoption.
She is. She is a 5-year-old Cairn Terrier mix. She lived in a quiet home, and so she is looking for another quiet home because she's a little underconfident at this point.
Yeah, she's a quiet little girl, but what a beautiful girl.
She's a good bean.
Yeah.
Aren't you? Yes.
All right. Well, Pam, thank you again. One last time, website is
nehumanesociety.org /walk to register for the run or the walk, or to find out more information about Walk for the Animals.
Yeah.
September
well, thank you.
30th.
One of my favorite events. So thank you for coming.
You bet. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. And we'll be right back. I want to thank you all for joining me today, and I just want to remind you to be sure to nominate your favorite charity event. Go to spiritofomaha.com, and we'll be announcing the top 5 in our categories in our October issue of Metro Magazine. But again, spiritofomaha.com, nominate your favorite charity events, and we'll be seeing you later. Thank you.